With the new season on the horizon and so many unresolved details left hanging in past episodes, Bluey opens the door to countless exciting possibilities for what's coming next. But seriously, what could actually happen in the upcoming episodes? And are we really ready for everything that's about to unfold? Pinky. One of the most beloved fan theories surrounding Bluey is the arrival of a brand new character in Season 4, the little cousin Pinky. But she's not just any puppy. The theory suggests that Pinky is the daughter of Chili's sister, who went through a tough journey trying to get pregnant, which even caused some distance between the two sisters. Pinky is the adorable baby who's here to bring even more joy to the Healer family. One interesting detail is her color. It's totally different from the usual blue, brown, and tan we're used to seeing in the Healer breed. This could be because of Brandy's husband, who many believe is the brother of Bella, Coco's mom, and Bluey's childhood friend. Throughout the episodes, Pinky could end up teaching Bluey and Bingo some valuable life lessons, like respecting age differences and embracing how everyone is special in their own way. Among all the possibilities for this new chapter, one of the most talked about is the arrival of new characters and emotional revelations about the Healer family's past. So come along with us as we dive deeper into the secrets of Bluey's amazing world. New challenges. A brand new challenge is about to show up in the life of Bluey's little sister. That's right. We're talking about our beloved Bingo, who's finally growing up and beginning to face feelings more complex than choosing between playing vet or astronaut. Like, for example, a new friendship that might spark some jealousy in Lila, her bestie forever. So, who's going to sort that drama out? But that's just the beginning. Imagine how incredible it would be to see Bingo going through a real growth journey. Maybe even celebrating a birthday, getting older, and facing new, more challenging situations. Up to now, we've mostly seen her sweet, kind, and dreamy side. But what if we got to explore a different side of her? We already got a taste of that in the episode Sleepy Time, when Bingo has to let Floppy go in a dream that's incredibly moving. Now, it would be amazing to see her taking bold new steps on this path of growing up. New friend. There's a chance that a new friend could join the crew of the world's most beloved blue pup. An international twist. Imagine a brand new classmate arriving at school from another country with an adorable accent and a hard time communicating. And who steps up to help the newcomer? Of course, Bluey, always the natural leader. With that bossy but lovable attitude we know so well, she'd feel responsible for making the new pup feel included. And just like that, we'd have a journey full of empathy. And naturally, a few cultural misunderstandings too. But that's not all. Bluey is growing up, and that could mean a whole new school setting. Maybe even a new teacher. It'd be awesome to see her navigating that kind of transition. New classes, new classmates, new challenges, and possibly a bit more responsibility. After all, Bluey has already gone through some pretty deep lessons, like the pain of loss in Copycat and feeling guilty in Butterflies. She's totally ready for the next step. Dads. One of the most long-awaited and mysterious episodes among Bluey fans is the much-anticipated Father's Day special. But it wouldn't just be about celebrating Bandit, our favorite kangaroo dad. The real idea would be to bring together all the dads of the pup gang for one massive get-together. Now picture this scene. A whole pack of dog dads hanging out, laughing, competing, and of course, causing total chaos. We already know that when the guys in Bluey get together, things always get wild. Just think back to the Granny Mobile episode, when Bandit, Stripe, and Pat basically compete to see who can pull out a tree stump the fastest. A contest they proudly call Guy Stuff. Now imagine all of that on a bigger scale. Barbecues, cricket tournaments, and more. And it could even bring on some emotional surprises. Can you imagine? In the middle of all that fun chaos, Judo's dad suddenly shows up? A lot of fans believe he's passed away since he's never appeared in the show. But what if he made a surprise entrance? And there's more. What if we finally meet Aunt Brandy's husband? Because to this day, nobody really knows if he's actually Coco's mom's brother or if that's just gossip. Before we keep going with everything about Bluey's cousin, drop a comment below that says, Cousin Muffins Pet. Everyone already knows Muffin has a one-of-a-kind personality, but imagine if she got a pet. A cat and a dog living together? We're talking about an adorable kind of chaos. It would be a whirlwind of games, messes, and some serious patience testing for Stripe and Trixie. And it wouldn't just be fun and games, Getting a pet could actually help Muffin learn some responsibility and understand the concept of limits, something she's not exactly known for being a fan of. After all, Muffin's the kind of kid who likes doing things her own way and on her own time. But with a pet, she'd have to handle real needs. Feeding, sleeping, walks, and cleaning up. Not exactly the fun part. Even so, we'd have nothing to worry about. When Muffin really commits to something, she goes all in. Just look at the Pizza Girls episode when she drives the electric car. She even stopped Bingo from getting in with dirty paws. Another great example is the Granny Mobile episode, where she dresses up like a cranky old lady and plays the part so well, she even helps Dulcie feel better. Memories. One thing that would absolutely thrill Bluey fans is if the show introduced flashbacks revealing untold stories from the past. Just imagine. Special episodes that take us back to Chili's childhood, running around as a young red healer full of dreams, and maybe a little bit of stubbornness. It would be amazing to get to know her family better and see how her early experiences helped shape the kind of mom she is today. And of course, we can't leave out Bandit. Even though we got a glimpse of his childhood in Fairy Tale, with memories of Zed, Stripe, Nana Healer, and Bob, there's still so much left to explore. What if we saw him and his brothers causing mischief back in the Healer house? Maybe we'd even get a peek into why Bandit gets so competitive during adult games. But if you think these flashbacks would be limited to the main characters, think again. It would be awesome to dig into the backstories of other characters too. Like Wendy, why is she so obsessed with fitness, beauty, and gardening? Maybe she grew up in a household where no one could leave the house without a hairbrush and mirror in their bag. And of course, we can't leave out Trixie. So far, we don't know much about her besides the fact that she's Muffin and Sock's mom. But what about her past? Maybe we'd finally find out about her intense diet routines. Was she always this dedicated? Bluey and Jean-Luc. It would be absolutely incredible if the next season brought us a reunion between Bluey and Jean-Luc. That moment would totally melt fans' hearts and leave everyone wanting more. It all starts with Uncle Radley, who's now living in a new house and enjoying married life with Frisky, taking on a more grown-up role. He decides to throw a little get-together and invites all of his friends. And here's the twist. One of the guests is an old buddy from his oil rig days. And guess who this mystery friend turns out to be? None other than Jean-Luc's dad. Of course, the episode would be filled with hilarious reactions from the parents, plus all of Uncle Radley's clumsy attempts to organize the party. And now's the perfect time. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That way, you won't miss a single update from the channel. Crisis. In the episode The Sign, there's a curious little detail. Trixie and Stripe aren't married yet. The proof? During the bouquet toss, there's Trixie with sparkly eyes. And Stripe? Messing it up, of course. Many fans think this moment means more than it seems, and it might explain why the couple always seems to be bickering. And yep, the arguments are definitely there. In video chat, we get one of those awkward moments where the two of them argue right in front of the kids. The most surprising part? Muffin and Socks don't even flinch. They're clearly used to it, which shows the tension has been building for a while. But that could all change in Season 4. It would be the perfect time for things to hit a breaking point. Stripe and Trixie could fall into a deeper relationship crisis, with serious heart-to-hearts, some held back tears, and that painfully silent breakfast scene. Then, halfway through the episode, terrified of losing the love of his life, Stripe would finally build up the courage and propose to Trixie, and the season could end with a huge wedding celebration. It would be an emotional and meaningful episode showing that relationships have ups and downs, but with love, communication, and support from family, anything can be worked through. Socks. And since we're already talking about Stripe's family, we can't forget about Socks. Ever since her first appearance, this little character has caught attention, mainly because of her, let's say, wild behavior. In the episode Barnacles and Bumpy, we see Socks acting super aggressive, even wearing a collar. This really surprised fans, since even though they're dogs, the Bluey characters usually behave like humans. And that wasn't the only time Stripe's kids were shown using dog-like accessories. In another episode, Muffin wore a cone around her neck, just because Trixie wanted her to stop sucking her thumb. The result? Muffin basically turned into a walking satellite dish, and as always, made it a full-on show. Now, it'd be super fun to see a new chapter for Socks. Picture this. She starts talking more, expressing herself better, but still keeps that bold, unique energy we love from the family. Pregnant. Mark this down. One major twist in the upcoming season could be a surprise pregnancy. And we're not talking about just anyone. It's Frisky. She might be expecting twins. Just imagine the chaos. She and Uncle Rad, who can barely hold a conversation without getting sidetracked by jokes or distractions, would now have to deal with 2 babies at the same time. Would it be chaos? Would it be mayhem? Honestly, it'd be the perfect recipe for an unforgettable episode. New job. Now picture this. Bluey's mom, Chili, lands a new job, and it shakes things up for the entire Healer family. Just like what happened with Bandit in that recent episode, Chili might get an opportunity that pulls her out of her usual routine at the airport and into something totally different. But this job wouldn't be anything like her old one. It would bring new challenges and, most importantly, new moments of growth, joy, and learning. Not just for her, but also for Bluey and Bingo. What if she became a teacher? Imagine that! With all these new adventures, Season 4 is shaping up to bring tons of surprises. Get ready for laughs, emotional moments, and of course, plenty of valuable life lessons, all delivered with Bluey's signature charm and fun. If you love Bluey and animated shows, we've got 2 awesome videos you're going to love. Thanks for watching, and see you next time!